Hey everyone, it's Lindsay.
And Ryan.
And Practically Genius is back.
This is incredible.
Such a great idea.
How did you come up with this?
It's practically genius.
I'm Lindsay McGuire.
And I'm Ryan Greives. And this is Practically Genius, an original show from FormStack.
Think about those things that drive you crazy day in and day out, but you just never give it enough focus or enough time, and you just do it over and over and over again. And then one day you're just like, I've had enough. There has to be some kind of genius way for me to fix this problem. This season's really going to focus on the ways that people can optimize what they're already doing, but also figure out which technology is accessible, feasible, to add into their tech stack without spending a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of resources, because I don't think it's surprising to anyone that we are all working under probably a lot more pressure than we felt in quite some time. And I think our guests will really shine a light on some of those kind of silly things that we innately do that we shouldn't do, and that there's so much opportunity to take control of. And right now we all feel, I think, a little bit out of control. And hopefully this 30 plus minutes that you devote to this show will help you figure out how to take back some of that control.
What I want listeners to be able to get out of this upcoming season is, no matter all the uncertainty that might be happening inside your organizations or your industry or the economy at large, hopefully this is a reprieve from that each and every episode where we talk a little bit about how you can work through that, right? We spend so much of our time at work. We spend so much of our time growing these organizations we're a part of. How can we make them as efficient and productive for not only the organization as a whole, but ourselves, right? If we can get rid of so much meaningless work, it just makes work life so much more satisfying.
It's really surprising when you think about it, but if you go back to the 2008 recession, a lot of the businesses that are the most successful businesses in the world started during that recession. So as hard as it is to go through something like that, as difficult and scary and uncertain it is, there's also this kind of grit that comes out of these really difficult times. You know, if you want to make it through this and if you want to make the best out of it, you're going to do your darndest to figure out, now what can I do with the resources at hand and at play, and how can I make everything I'm doing more impactful, more useful. This season will bring on people who are experts in certain fields like no code and workflow automation to be able to really create more with less, but then also finding a few of those people who are actually those change makers out in their organizations, leading these digital transformations and learning from them and sharing their advice on what we can do right here, right now with the resources we have to really lead digital change within organizations.
Innovators, builders, change agents, whatever label you want to call yourself, this is your time. This is your time to shine. This is your time for your organizations looking for folks across the org to step up, to drive change, to put more processes and automation in place. So this is your time.
Coming up, we'll have new Genius Spotlight episodes featuring amazing guests and innovative leaders who are working to enact practically genius ideas in their own organizations. Then on the first Tuesday of every month, you can hang out with Ryan and I for our Practically Speaking episodes, where we'll be chatting about what's on our minds and on yours. I'm super excited about the information and polls we've been gathering from our Practically Genius Insider newsletter, and these episodes will be a space for Ryan and I to dive deeper into some of those insights and unpack the conversations we're having on those Genius Spotlight episodes.
If you loved the show last season or love what you've heard today, mostly Lindsay, please let us know by leaving a review. We'd love to hear from you. We'll be back soon with brand new episodes.
You're a silly goose.